Welcome back, folks, to more Metroid Fusion here on the Heavy Base X channel. We've arrived at our next sector, the aquatic sector, Sector 4 to be precise. This is a bit of a doozy of an area. It's basically an aquatic area, mostly, and I mean mostly at that as well. There's quite a few things. We don't want to go to the southeast of that segment yet, but keep it on the enemies for later. Anyway, aquatics consists of these guys, and a lot of destroyable barriers as well. You may want to keep an eye on these guys. These are asshole enemies. Also, as I mentioned before, the water is electrified, which means you will take damage. You don't want to see what I mean? You will take damage if you fall in. Slow damage means you can survive, but I wouldn't recommend it. Not with the amount of stuff. Not with the amount of... I would say keep an eye on it, but the problem is, though, you don't want to stay there for long anyway. Just keep moving to each of the areas. There are specific areas in this area. As you can see, there are underwater parts. Move this way. Move this way indeed. We don't want to go there yet. I've missed an area. In fact, I think I have missed an area. Let's take it. Surprised I didn't get hit much. Anyway, moving down here. That was a snipe effort. I applaud you, but fuck you at the same time. Anyway, here you'll find a more enhanced enemy, which takes more than just your regular, but this is where we need to use the missiles to destroy him. Also, note as well, there's a save point here, but the reason why you want to come here early, and I do really want to come here early, is because there is a goodies. Is there a reward for this stuff? Not to mention the fact it's very difficult to go up against a fucking enemy here that is not trying to fucking kill you. Seriously, that is annoying. Anyway, energy tank. Energy tank 5, it sort of serves as a purpose for later on. You may want to keep an eye on that, but yeah, just do that. As mentioned before, you don't want to collide with the enemies. They do double damage right now, and you can't really take that much damage, regardless of how much health you have. Ooh, that was a close one. Anyway, moving up here, you'll find a save room to this left point. It's just basically a typical save room. There's nothing here. You just want to save for the heck of it. Well, because you know, you've got to be courteous. You have to save at every given opportunity. You don't know when's it gonna screw up for you, and when it does, you don't want to be on that receiving end. Because it'll screw up anyway. Now we can go back to what we was doing before, which was going down to this part of the whole thing, like so. Head this way. This is where we're supposed to go, avoiding the Yeah, I kind of agree. We got to avoid the electrified. See the whole thing. This is what you don't want to fall down there. You do not want to fall down there. You will lose health really fast. Essentially, we're just gonna skip on ahead. There is if you roll through here, this is a secret area where you'll find more missiles. Like so, I believe. Yes. Yes, of course. Let's just keep going. It's gonna take a while, but yeah, you can have the lingering effects. All the asshole effects. Right. Head towards this missile pack. This gives us an 85 missile credibility. Increases our missile score, which is cool. Also increases our 100%. As it were. Okay, so. And that's the problem, because we can't go there yet. We're gonna have to. So this was just essentially a hidden pack of missiles there. But you're probably thinking, how are we gonna get forward from this one? Well, the wall's blastable, is bombable, which leads us to the other side, like this. You can't go into the water. That's kind of stupid. Why would you want to fucking do that? And you can't go in there yet. We haven't got the means to go into there yet. So we're just gonna do a little bit of climbing here and there. Blastable walls there. Another blastable segment here. Up we go there. This whole... You may want to watch yourself here because the whole segment is like... The whole segment is collapsible. That's a blue segment, as you can see there. Bomber block here, go down there, complete the path, and the prophecy is complete. We have reached another save point. And convenient, of course, we has our means of heading towards the eastern part. Which then we'll be heading... we can just take advantage because we used the jump ball. Oh, essentially we're at the top point. And we found our foe and it's dead. Oh dear. Well, wasn't expecting this. Yeah, they killed the fucking the X killed the Serris. Outright. They didn't infect him. No, they just ate him. Like a fucking, ate him like a lobster pallet. As you can see here, door. But it's very difficult in the water. You need to have good timing, really. You need to jump quickly, rather than jump impatiently. And that's about it. Get that, and we can move into the next room. Time for the boss battle. Time to go up against the Serris X. Because the actual Serris is dead. So, this thing's specialty is it speeds up through most of the attacks. You got a combination of jumping up and then jumping down. When it does not speed up, you want to hit it with a missile, just one missile. Just avoid, just pretty much do this. You have to have good reaction times though. This thing will hit hard, and if it knocks you into water, you're going to be in trouble. And that's exactly what I mean, is that you can't really let it know. Wait for it to shrink, get to a good position, and then use a missile. See? All you have to do is just wait. It's patient. Want to keep doing that. Yeah, and you can see the enemy is starting to get bigger. And that's about it. You just need 5 missiles to destroy it. Once it's destroyed, it goes right back to the Core X thing, which is a lot easier to handle, considering unfortunately you're in water, and most of this stuff is a little bit hard to deal with. But you just need to just time your jumps right, time your jumps to avoid these bloody things, and it's destroyed. We've regained the speed boost. We can now run in water. We can now run and build up a charge. Just like what the speed boost used to do for Super Metroid, we can now use it here. And to great effect as well. Considered one of Samus's most interesting techniques, we've also regained the ability to Shine Spark. If you don't know what Shine Sparking is, well, it's an advanced technique. And a very powerful one at that too. These shines! See these things down there, those markings on the floor with speed arrows going forward? Yeah, this is only destroyable by speed boost. But there's also another technique you could use using the power of the speed boost, as it were. If you would, you could build up a charge, press down as you run, and then you press a direction. It's what we call a very powerful shines. It's called a Shine Spark technique. Missile pack here, that's our 90th one, as it were, and that's just basically it. Here you'll find more missile packs there. We can head towards down here. And this enemy's right there. That will do. So let's get this one out of the way. There's a hidden missile pack. This is our 95th missile. 95 missiles now. We're by short from 100. We'll officially reach the 3 figures. But then again, missiles are common currency in this game. Yeah, may want to take advantage of that. Save room here. Our brand new missile. Our brand new speed boost is going to be very useful in a minute, because now we're going to we're now going to find a way to reduce that water. The water's going to be a fucking menace. Because if we shrink the water, we're going to have no problems whatsoever. As I mentioned before, the advanced technique Shine Spark, it's very powerful, but it's also where you get most of the secrets in this game. In the past, it was basically a means of getting the secrets in the original Metroid. It was an advanced technique taught by the Dacrons, whilst the Etacoons. Yeah, don't look at me like that. That's the actual pronunciation of those little things that wall jump. They're Etacoons. The other ones, Dakrans, they're the ones that teach you the Shine Spark. So their relevance in the series is justified because of those creatures. Ooh. Whoa. Oh, I just didn't expect that. My screen inadvertently crashed. Okay. You may want to start building a charge here. And I do mean start building a charge. Now, start building a charge. This is how the speed boost works. And now, the water level is now lowered, which means electrified water is no longer a hazard. But you want to take this opportunity to go from here, and we get ourselves a missile tank, 100 to be precise. Very, very useful. Anyway, this is also our way out of here. It just gives you a missile pack because it gives you a good reward for later on. The problem is though, we could just see the electrified cables. Yeah, that's an issue. Don't touch those. They give you damage anyway. Now that we can move on, go for here, go for there. We can't go from that through there. So yeah, this is basically called Shine. That technique there, it was called Shine Spark. You may want to keep an eye on that. It's a very powerful technique. In the original, it caused massive amounts of damage to you, but it was a risk versus reward technique. Now that we literally have the point of that, I was trying to remember if there was a hidden missile pack within this one. No, it wasn't. But see, you can take damage from that one. So yeah, build up a charge, like so, and now we can move on to our next missile selection pack right here. 105. To be precise as well. The problem is though, you cannot go back the normal way, so you may want to start boosting your charge. There we go. Like so. See, the speed boost destroys regular enemies. It is a very valuable technique. If you're on the run, but if you want to stock up on other weaponry, sure, it's a great move. Right, let's build that speed chart boost again. This time, use it to get out of the area, like so. That is all you can. Bad news is, we now have a new enemy. Gold-plated enemies are tough to beat. A couple of missiles ought to do them, but you do get gold-plated enemies. Very tough. Very, very tough. And we're done with Sector 4, because all we needed was to get our hands on the speed booster and to kill Serris. That's really about it. Anyway, moving on to the navigation room, just so we can debrief the computer. So Serris had been infected. It wasn't just infected. Basically, we recovered our another ability, which is speed boost. This rate, you may be able to face the SAX. Now that's a big maybe, but the problem is though, yeah, it's gonna take a while. So, headquarters has more support data this time. We now have the ability to use missiles. It's a missile upgrade. Oh goody! Yes, we do. This is basically our huge. We can't go to the sealed data room because it has a level 4 lock on it. We cannot lock this till very later in the game. However, let's open this. So moving on to our next repetitive area, the one that's next is we're going to be going to Sector 3, aka the Pyrus area. As I call it, the Pyro area, or Pi, as it were. Yeah, it's very interesting. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. There's the SR388 area, the Tropics, the Aquatics, and now Pyrus. You're recovering intentionally. Basically, the computer's telling you that the SAX is basically sabotaging your recovery efforts. So it's in Sector 3, which is Pyr. P-Y-R. Pyro. So moving on to the Sector 3. Now head to Sector 3. Yes, that's exactly what they were going to tell me. The upgrade that he mentions is vital because it's super missiles. Yes. The very powerful technique that Samus used in Super Metroid is now an upgrade data for the missiles. What this game should have been, and I do mean what this game should have been, It's just super missiles. Just regular super missiles. That's about it. The fact that super missiles is a thing is huge. Moving on to Sector 3. And I went the wrong fucking way! Stupid. I can't. What? Well, that sucked. Right. Let's try this shit again, shall we? Heading left. And then head down to Sector 3. As per, Sector 3, very important. Higher. It just kind of resonates with important stuff as it were. So, yeah. To the navigation room, right. There's the data room in the far right of this map. Thankfully, no one's there, but unfortunately, there's one unfortunate circumstance you have to do. You gotta unlock you gotta make sure that it's sealed by another security lock. A level 2 lock. To do that, we need to find the security room for level 2, yeah. Level 2 hatches need to be activated, so that's about it. This may allow the SAX and the X-Parasites to infect the area, but unfortunately we need that door open, so we got no choice. See, your choices are going to have certain consequences. That's the important thing that this game provides. So yes, just coming to be shown. Be careful, you'll see some vital organisms and avoid the halted areas. That's right. In this game, the extreme heat is often affected by the extreme cold. In other words, that is what the Various suit now does, is basically keep you not only insulated against the cold, but also protected from the heat. And the objective for this area is super missiles. Very vital, very powerful. We need these badly. So, in the next episode, let's go through Sector 3 and unlock the next doors. Bye for now.